Greetings, this is Mira with Miracle Motivational Messages. And whether you were invited or guided to this channel, I would like to welcome you and remind you to monitor your mind and your emotions because that is how you create miracles in your life. And today we will be discussing the power of words. And I will be using the book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz as our motivation. So we will only be going over the first agreement, which is to be impeccable with your words. And he describes impeccable to mean without sin. If you look further into the word impeccable, it means in accordance with the highest standards, flawless, faultless, perfect, without sin. So he describes to be impeccable with your word is a way to gain freedom in your life because the word is the most powerful tool that you have as a human. It is a tool of magic. Our words are magic. But like the word, it's like a two-edged sword. So it can create the most beautiful dream for you, or it can also destroy everything around you. So let's repeat that. Your words can create the most beautiful dream for you, or it can destroy everything around you. And this is because it depends on how you use the word. So it can set you free or it can enslave you. Because all the magic you possess is based on your words. Again, your word is pure magic. And the misuse of your word is one of the most negative forms of energy that you can create. Wow. And how is this? How is this? This is because the human mind is like fertile ground. And our words are like the seeds that's continually to be planted. And the mind is fertile ground. And the seeds that you plant are the opinions, ideals, and concepts that you plant in your mind. So the seeds are the opinions, ideals, and the concept that has been planted in your mind. So you can plant a seed and it's going to grow. So the word is like a seed, and the human mind is so fertile. But the only problem is that too often it is fertile for the seeds of fear. Every human mind is fertile, but it is only for those kind of seeds that it is prepared for. So if you go prepare that mind for fear and you plant that seed, fear is going to grow. Wow. But what is most important is to see which kind of seeds our mind is fertile for and to prepare it to receive the seeds of love. So when we're preparing our ground, or when we're preparing our mind, are we preparing our mind to receive seeds of fear, or are we preparing it to receive seeds of love? Wow. So you're going to realize that if you plant seeds like, I love myself, then guess what? You will express love to yourself and you express love to others. Because if you love, then you can give love. If you love yourself, you can give love to others. Are you planting seeds to insult? Or are you planting seeds of gratitude? seeds, again, are the words. Our words are the seeds. And what are we planting in our minds and in the mind of those around us? So being impeccable with your word is the correct use of your energy. And it means to use your energy in the direction of truth and love for yourself. And if you make an agreement with yourself to be impeccable with your word, just the attention, just by intending to be impeccable with your word, the truth will manifest through you, and you can learn how to do this. You can learn how to be impeccable with your word, and you can clean all the emotional poison that exists within you. So again, just the attention to be impeccable with your word, you can start to clear the emotional poison that exists within you. But making this agreement is very difficult because we have learned to do precisely the opposite. Wow. We generally, we use the word to curse, to blame, to find fault, to find guilt, to destroy. And of course, we use it in the right way, but not too often. So more often than not, we end up using the word to blame, to find fault, and to destroy ourselves and others. We generally use the word to express anger, jealousy, envy, and hate. Negative energy, low vibrations. We have been trained to use our word to lower the vibrational energy around us. We're doing this to ourselves, and we're doing this to those around us. The word, again, is pure magic and is the most powerful gift that we have as humans. And we end up using it against ourselves. Misuse of the word is how we pull each other down and keep each other in a state of fear and doubt. And this generally happens to us as children, because children tend to, especially between birth and the age of 6, they take things literally. And so whenever a child especially hear an opinion, they believe it. They believe it right away. And when we believe it, we make an agreement, and it become a part of our belief system. So whether, are you stupid? When we say things like this to a child, you're so dumb. Children can say this to each other jokingly, or an adult can say this to a child, a teacher, a parent. Are you crazy? What are you thinking? What are you doing? When we say these things, it plants the seed in their mind. It becomes a part of their belief system. I'm so stupid. I must be crazy. And we can grow up to continue with these negative affirmations hanging over us. And then we generally start to project those onto others. This is the way we learn to communicate. And these types of spells, he calls them spells. He said these type of spells are very difficult to break. And the only thing that can break a spell like this is to make a new agreement based on the truth. And the truth is the most important part of being impeccable with your word. So only the truth will set us free. So you have to start to create positive affirmations for yourself and just to spread the word of positive energy around you, around for yourself, for others. And the most negative form of energy that we can spread is gossip. It is the worst because it is pure poison. But we learn to gossip by agreement. And we learn when we are children because generally we heard the adults around us gossiping all the time. Generally, that's the way adults communicate. They gossip. Openly giving their opinions about other people. That's gossip, is when you're giving your opinion, discussing a situation about what just happened. If you're not discussing it directly with the person that you're talking about, then you're gossiping if you're talking to someone else. And the gossiping has become the main form of communication in human society. Well, using the analogy of the human mind and gossip can be compared to a computer virus. A computer virus is a piece of computer language written in the same language as all other codes, but is written with harmful intent. This code is inserted into the program of your computer when you least suspect it, and most of the time without your awareness. And so human gossip works the exact same way. We are spreading a virus within our community, within our family, within our place of work, whatever it may be. When you are giving your opinions and it's negative, this is gossip. And again, this has become our main form of communication. So just imagine that every single time others gossip to you, they are inserting a virus in your mind and causing you to think a little less clearly every time, because now you are thinking based on the gossip that they have spread to you. So we must begin to understand what the word is and what the word does. If you understand this first agreement to be impeccable with your word, then you can begin to see all the changes that can happen in your life. Changes first in the way that you deal with yourself, and later in the way that you deal with other people, especially those who you love the most. So consider how many times that you have spread gossip about people around you. And most of the time it'd be the people that we love the most. And we spread the gossip to gain the support of others to our point of view. How many times have you hooked other people's attention and spreaded poison about your loved ones in order to make your opinion right? And your opinion is nothing but your point of view. It is not necessarily true. Your opinion comes from your beliefs and your own ego. And we create all this poison and spread it to others just so we can feel right about our own point of view. This has become very, very toxic energy within our homes and within our communities. So if we can adopt this first agreement and become impeccable with our word, any emotional poison will eventually be cleansed from our mind and our communication in our personal relationships. You will only receive a negative idea if the mind is fertile ground for that idea. So when you learn to become impeccable with your word, your mind is no longer fertile ground for words that come from negative energy. So instead, it will become fertile ground for words that is positive energy. So, how much you love yourself and how you feel about yourself are directly proportionate to the quality and integrity of your word. So, again, start to create and speak positive affirmations for yourself and positive affirmations for your household, positive affirmations for your community. And when you are impeccable with your word, you will start to feel good. You will feel happy and you will feel at peace. And what happens when you're in that type of vibration, when you're in that type of energy? That's when you can start to create miracles in your life. So we can start with the affirmation of, I am impeccable with my word, and nurture this seed. And as it grows in your mind, it will generate more seeds of love to replace the seeds of fear. Wow. Just this one agreement can change your whole life. Impeccability of the word can lead you to personal freedom. Imagine that. To huge success and abundance. Let's reread that. Just this one agreement can change your whole life. Impeccability of the word can lead you to personal freedom, huge success, and abundance. Miracles. It can take away all fear and transform it into joy and love. The books that I share with you are some of the books that has guided me to become a light worker. And my definition of a light worker is one who can lighten the burden of others, one who can help light the path when it seems most dark and you're not sure what direction to go in. So I want to encourage you to be impeccable with your word. I want to encourage you to make this agreement to be impeccable with your word. And let's see what kind of miracles we can create. Until we meet again, let's be impeccable with our words, raise our energy, and become deliberate creators.